Hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here. I am so excited to talk one more time to our author, Nancy Parkhill. Hi, Nancy.
Hi, how are you doing?
I am great. It's so good to see you here again. Congratulations on a new children's book.
Oh, I know. I'm so excited. I can't believe that it's three books already, and they've
Yes.
been received so well. I'm really pleased
Mhm.
about that too.
Yes, yes. Her third children's book. Let's show everybody your book and please tell them the title.
Cheers for Chester Chipmunk. It is the third in a series, which I'm calling the Wee Woods series, because they all take place with the Wee Woods, and all the characters will have a separate book that focuses on them, but all the characters are
I
in
love
each
that.
book.
So good. So, what is this book about, and who would you say that it's for?
This book is for 3 to 7, but any picture book I think is for a parent to read to a child.
Hmm.
And the main focuses of this book is that doesn't matter how little you are or how big you are, if you have a dream, go for it.
Yes.
And that's what little Chester's problem is that he wants to join the soccer team, but everybody's saying he's too small. But I can't
Hmm.
tell you anymore because it would spoil the ending.
Yes, definitely. We don't
So
want to
you,
spoil the ending, but I will say it's another fun book that I know kids are going to enjoy. I enjoyed
yes,
reading it, and you follow the adventures of these characters, and this time Chester, and soccer. What child doesn't enjoy a nice little adventure like that?
yes. And I need to give a plug for my illustrator because my
Yes.
illustrator, Melanie Mitchell, lives in Wales, and we've
Mhm.
had great conversations, and she's illustrated all three of my books.
Mm.
And she has just brought the story to life. Like the characters, everything is just so bright. So I just love them. I just love them.
Yes.
She does such a great job.
She did a great job. Shout out to Melanie Mitchell, your illustrator. So, Nancy, what is it that you hope that parents and kids will take away from this new book?
Well, I hope that the enjoyment of stories, listening to stories and reading will increase, but just the realization that, it doesn't matter. If you have a dream you want and you go should try for it. And it doesn't matter how old you are, how tall you are, how wide you are, nothing. Just do it. I always think of that because I wanted to write a children's book for many, many, many years. And it wasn't until after I retired and I was sitting at the my laptop as I normally do, scrolling through Facebook, and I saw an ad for your webinar. And I
Mm.
just for it wasn't
Mm.
Mastermind, CBM, that
Mhm.
that and I decided I'm going to do it. So
Mhm.
just take the risk. And what I love about Chester here, he didn't give up. No matter
Mhm.
how many people had said, well, you might be too small and stuff. No, he was determined. And so to get the perseverance and the resilience to keep trying and not
Yes.
listen to all the naysayers. And I think in the book, they really weren't saying, well, you shouldn't do it because they didn't like him. They were really kind of worried that he was going to get hurt. But
Yes.
it still wasn't like go for they weren't cheering him on.
Mhm.
Oh, until the end, and I can't tell you anymore.
Okay. Well, like I said, it's a great story, beautiful message just hidden in that book. Um, uh, Today is book launch day. So, friends, everybody watching, go to Amazon and grab a copy of this book. The kids in your life are going to enjoy it. You're going to enjoy reading it with them. It's there in soft cover, hardcover, ebook format. So, make sure to do that today. And this is Nancy's third children's book in the series. Let's see the first book that you published. Can you tell everybody a little bit about that first book? What's that about?
This is Stinky Sheldon Saves the Day. So Sheldon was the first the character that came to mind when I first started to write, because I think skunks are really cute, even though they can be stinky. And what the I guess the moral of this story is, it you don't judge a book by its cover,
Uh-huh.
because the other animals realized that Sheldon didn't spray him, and he told them because he doesn't spray his friends.
Mm.
So you need to get to know people regardless on what I always say, you can't judge an animal by its fur, but
Hmm.
you can't just judge somebody by what they look like. You need to get to know them and what they're
For
like.
sure. For sure. And then tell everybody about your second book.
Oh, yes. Well, it's kind of related to this one, because little Max, who is here
Hmm.
in Stinky Sheldon, he was the one that kind of told everybody not to go near Sheldon because he was
Mm.
stinky, and wasn't very nice to him. But in this one, Mini Max stands up. Max's slightly older cousin, Milton Mole, comes to visit. And months before, they had been together and they had all played, and he played with him. He was fine. But when he came this time, Milton was just that little bit older. And he started calling him Mini Max.
Mm.
And he didn't want to play with his toys. And when they went to visit all the friends, Milton started teasing them too. Well, Max stood up.
Mm.
And then he realized, ooh, after Milton left, he realized, I guess I kind of did that too. So he apologized and they all became friends. So he learned here that the old saying, "Sticks and stones will break your bones, and names will never hurt you," is not true. That
Mhm.
names do hurt, and
For sure.
he learned that lesson.
Good. Another fun story with a beautiful message for children.
Hmm.
So, all three books are on Amazon. When you're there grabbing one, make sure to grab all of them. Truly,
Hmm.
the kids in your life are going to enjoy that. So, Nancy, how is the process different now on your third book compared to the first book that you published?
Oh my goodness! This time was much easier on my nerves, because
Right.
on the first one, even you have wonderful editors. Sharon Jennings is wonderful, but you're nervous. How is it going? Your first time your manuscript goes in, and after I had that editing with her, oh, okay, fine. And then it was the illustrator. Like, am I picking the right illustrator? And
Mhm.
right off the bat, I clicked with Melanie. And I knew the process. So I knew the steps. And the second and no, well, no, I did end up going for the full year with Minimax. But this one with Chester, I did the pro, so it's only 9 months.
Right.
So it was a lot quicker, but I felt, in for me, it was a lot smoother because I really had the swing of it. And I think too, because I'm writing a series and the three stories are all connected, it's the same characters and everything. I don't have to rethink everything.
Yes.
Like, the
Yes.
setting is there, the characters are there, it's more or less the plots. And I have found, for me, that to be ideal. Um, when I wrote Stinky Sheldon, I was not expecting to do a series. But then I figured out for the other characters what I wanted them to teach in my book.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
And I just kept doing it because
Right.
it is your team is so wonderful. It makes it so easy on our parts, really. And I
Hmm.
just put full trust into the team and into my um illustrator.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's good. Now, were there any challenges this time around? Was there any
Well,
challenge that you can think about with this book?
the only challenge I always have is it going to be as good as the one before?
Mm. And how do you work
And
through that?
I don't know. I guess because my mind, I just keep thinking, well, I'm thinking the same way as I was with the ones before, and I know my message. what I want to put across is one that is valuable. Like I've had told you before, I taught kindergarten. And I did picked out little things that happened in my kindergarten class over the year that I
Hmm.
saw affect children were bothered by or affected or were challenged with. So I knew I had picked areas that would be beneficial. And I think too, because um, they always start with the same thing with Oliver Owl introducing it, and
Hmm.
it's kind of like got a rhythm now. But
Yes.
it's still that, is it going to be as good?
Yes. Well, I'll tell you, they're all great. They're all great. So you do not have to worry about that. How does it feel for you to have a third children's book out in the world now?
Oh, it's absolutely amazing. Like, I'm not a great person to blow my own horn. And to think that I've done this and I've accomplished it, I'm sort of in awe of myself. But when my kids and when my three adult children say, "Mom, we're so proud of you,"
Oh.
when I have friends that have had their children read the book and they want to hear the story over and over again, um, it's things like that. It's like when I was teaching and you would get,
Mm.
someone thanking you for the extra time you put in. When I moved to I'm in Nova Scotia now. When I moved here, and I talked about it after church, and then our congregation is mostly seniors, but they all had grandchildren, and boy, they started, "Oh, we want the books, we want the books," and it was wonderful. Like it's something. I'm still. It's How can I say this? I miss teaching and I miss the children, but I'm able to continue to influence children positively through my books. And it just makes
Definitely.
makes me feel so good about that.
Oh, Nancy, that's so beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing. I have to tell you, when you started with us, I guess a couple of years ago, time just goes by so fast. I mean, since you started with us, I have seen your confidence grow from our first time, from your first book to now your third book. And I love seeing that. And I can understand your children saying how proud they are of you. So,
Yeah.
thank you for sharing that.
Oh,
Now that
sure.
you're now that you're a three-time children's book author, what advice do you have for an author who's thinking, should I write my second book? Somebody who's already written their first and thinking about their second or third.
I I really would say go for it because the first time it's everything is so new that it's almost like it's a blur. It's like when you plan for, you plan for a wedding and then the wedding day goes film, you can't remember it.
Right?
It's kind of like that. If you do a second one, you've been through it before. You can enjoy it more. You can really it helps build your confidence. And
Definitely.
if you have a passion for writing and you really want to do it, take the step, take the risk. You don't want to live with regrets that why, oh, I wish I had done the second one. Do it.
Hmm. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you. So, friends, of course, today go to Amazon, find Cheers for Chester the Chipmunk. Cheers for Chester the Chipmunk, and then also find the other books in this series and just enjoy these books.
Yes.
There it is. There it is. And besides going to Amazon, Nancy, where else can our viewers find you?
I'm on my Facebook page is Nancy Parkhill. Like my personal page is another one, but it's just Nancy Parkhill. And my website, which I will be updating, is nancyparkhillwrites.ca.
Excellent. Okay, friends, go find Nancy. Let's continue to cheer her on so that she continues writing more books in this wonderful series. Nancy, before we go, I always like to ask this last question. Is there anything else you want to share or anything you wish that I would have asked you?
No, I think it's been wonderful. I think I've said everything I wanted to say, and just I'd like to thank anybody that's listening that has already purchased my books. I really appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy them. And I know you'll enjoy Cheers for Chester Chipmunk. So
Yes,
thank you.
excellent. Well, thank you, Nancy. Friends, thank you for tuning in and watching. Nancy, we'll see you soon. Thank you,
Yes.
everybody. Bye
Okay.
bye.
Bye-bye.